Aloha. Jordan Ruiz. I'll be testifying on both. Born and raised Lahaina girl. Starting on opening up on October 8th, we need to get housing in place for these people and schooling for the kids. If we do not have these things, they cannot work. If they refuse work, they cannot get unemployment. And these people in the hotels are starting to not look okay anymore, mentally or physically. The uncertainties that they're dealing with every day are eating away at them. Some still have family and friends unaccounted for and are asked to go back to work with no closure. Every time we get an update on confirmation of someone being identified or perished in the fire, our world crumbles all over again, whether you personally knew that person or not. Rushing to open is asking for a disaster. Like Autumn said, you guys want us to give this Maui no Ko'oi service, but I don't feel a lot of us in Lahaina have any aloha to give these tourists, because we're giving aloha to our own community day in and day out just to survive another day. These people who have lost everything feel like they have nothing else to lose, and this is going to ask for big problems. I would like to think that these tourists are coming with good intentions to support us, learn of what we are going through, and help. But as of now, we have tourists going to the hubs thinking they're swap meets, and they are surprised when everything is free. We ask that you please come and meet with us in Lahaina. Spend the time with us and give us a chance to speak with you folks on our aina. Come feel the strength of our community while we are in our own town. We ask that you folks have the urgency with the projects that are already approved, like Pulelehua, rebuild of the Kaia'ulu apartments, and Kaia'ulu o Kukuia, I think it's called, and make sure our displaced families and locals have precedence. What actions are being taken to secure housing for our displaced families at the moment? We want to know how your plans will protect our community from luxury developers and speculators. The emergency proclamation that predated the fire is meant to speed up home construction statewide, but we must ensure our local needs come first. There are simply not enough safeguards in place from speculators and for-profit investors. We have some people in the community who aren't sure if they'll even make it through the rebuild physically or mentally. A possible solution includes establishing a community land trust to serve as a protective placeholder to keep Lahaina lands in local hands. This method could help Lahaina residents who cannot afford to wait years to rebuild by offering them a way to sell their properties to the land trust with an option to repurchase it down the road and when the community has time to rebuild. One way the council can support this model is through matching funds and establishment of the land trust. So I just ask you folks, please open your hearts, continue to keep them open because we're only at the beginning of a long road ahead. Hear our cries and support us in Lahaina. Thank you.
Member Hutchins, you have a question?
Thank you so much for your testimony. So I just wanted to say that the Great Committee is going to have a meeting to be discussing exactly what you kind of said. On the 18th, it is going to be in Chambers because we couldn't find someplace in Lahaina when we posted, but we are going out to Lahaina on the 27th at the West End at 9 o'clock. So I look forward to seeing you and everybody else there. Thank you.
And I think I just want to make mention for all of you that it has been difficult finding a place to meet on the West Side. Every one of us chairs a committee, and each of our committees want to go out there. We have wanted to go out there, but we wanted to give you folks time to grieve, to heal, wanted to give you folks space that you needed. And then when we did finally try to go and get some facility, there weren't any. And Grace Committee, which is headed by Member Hodgins, was the first one that we actually put it through and are able to go out until. But that's what we're looking at, and that's what we face too. We understand the housing issues that you're facing, so understand too the facility issues that we face in trying to get out there, because when we go, it's not just 9 members, it's 9 members, all of our staff, we each have 2, 3, 4 staff members. There's also the Office of Council Services, the people here and the people here that we take with us. So it's a large group of people that we have to transport from here to there and find a facility that we assume we'd be able to house maybe 500 to 1,000 people, because that's how we assume the people will show up, because we know you can't come here. And we're very clear about that. And we are trying to make strides to be able to go and listen, to hear what you have to say to us, and what are your thoughts and your ideas of how you want to rebuild your community. And like, Trinette always quotes me, because she's right. I always say nothing about us without us, and I'm serious about that. It takes us a little longer, because that is government. But if we work together and we paddle in our canoes together in the same direction, we will arrive at our destination. So thank you so very much. Anna?